Oh man, I tell you what. Uh, okay, appreciate it. No, not trying to get rid of Mark. Okay, can you hear me, dear? Tia, does it sound good? Oh, man, oh man, oh man. Okay, sweet. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let me pull this over here actually so that I can read it and such. Unplug it from over here. Plug it in over here. Probably be okay without it, but oh yeah, let me turn these on. We do these we have these magnetic lights that we put underneath. They're motion detected so that you don't have to have lights there. They're just magnetic, but you can also turn them on. So I'm going to turn this one on while we're working over here so it doesn't turn off on us. Give us a little light. Grab another one here. It is something to manage for sure, but it's nice and it's easy and it's cheaper than having expensive lights installed. All right, for this part of it all, um, there will be a lot of paper towels. And I know it's probably kind of wasteful, but this machine, y'all, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like doing 4, line 4. This machine is pretty old, but like anything in life, if you take care of it, you'll have a better life expectancy, including your body, apparently. Hey, Vern, we're just about to vacuum seal some of this fish here, and show you how I do it, or why I do it also. So our family has gone down to a family of 4, but it's about to be 5 again because he's coming home from college. So, yay! Do y'all have vacuum sealers? Do y'all use vacuum sealers? What do you vacuum seal? Do you buy in bulk? Do you buy? Do you vacuum seal your fruits, your vegetables, stuff like that? Just curious. Let me know what this sounds like if it's terrible. I'm actually kind of surprised it even lasts so long that you can vacuum seal it. I'm just saying. Y'all remember back when they said there was all that smoke coming from Canada? That was just Michelle's house. So right now what I'm doing is just sealing one side of the vacuum side. I got a couple buddies that hold up. Okay, it did. I got a couple buddies that have these huge infuser machines. I don't even know how to explain it. It's a different kind of vacuum sealing. I bet you Chef Civvy would know how to know what I'm talking about. But it like sandwich vacuum seals, and they're expensive as crap. This back in the day when I bought it, I think Celeste bought it for me for like Christmas or whatever. And I've got grinding machines for processing deer and other game and such. And I think this was like $120 back then. I don't even know what they cost now. I'd hate to look, but it does save. I mean, if you can get a good deal on something and vacuum seal it and save it, it's a good investment. But just making sure that you take care of your equipment and such is very important. You know what I forgot? I'm gonna turn this air conditioner down. It's hot, y'all. It's very humid, I guess I should say. We got rain moving in. It is very humid. Yeah, so I don't remember what I said when the first stream died, but it was like really insightful and awesome. Not like me, but I guess the universe likes to not let those things get out. Tuesday is cold. Well, it's coming this way. It's supposed to be like 40 degrees here, but I like 40. Like sunshine and 40 to me is with like maybe a little breeze would be fine, but sunshine and 40 to me is fantastic. Celeste calls me a polar bear. So yeah, it is a tricky thing, Michelle. But it's also not. It's very simple. Don't have any expectations, you won't be let down. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The universe is not hard. People make it hard. It's all make believe except the real stuff. Bob, how you doing, friend? Pickled fish is the bomb. Dude, you know what? I've never had pickled fish. It actually sounds pretty good. Oh, no. That's not even funny. Actually, it reminds me of the band I used to play with, Playback. So Playback, Payback is a band. Why don't I want to have pickled fish, Michelle? I want to try something. You know, I like trying new food. I almost said I'll try anything once, but I know the crowd I'm dealing with, so that might be dangerous words. I'll try most stuff once. Twice if you like it. Amen. I mean, if you've done it twice, then what's the third and fourth and fifth matter done, huh? Probably not as good as the first and second time, though. Yep, that's right. And it gets more and more and more. You're just chasing it. All right. Now I got my bags pre-made. Get my fish. And turn this way. Sorry, I'm a little unorganized there. I think I'm gonna bring the fish over a little bit at a time. There's just a whole lot of fish in there. Now we get to see if we can tell what kind of fish it was by the fillet. Good Lord, this water's cold. Have any of you ever been to like a Titanic display exhibit, like about the Titanic, and they have a little box that they have super cooled water in that they can that way you can experience what the temperature of the water was for the people that went into the during that night. Have you ever been there? If you have, did you put your hand in the box and feel how cold the water was? Because if you have, like y'all, I'm here to tell you, I'd have to be way more drunk than I think I've ever been drunk to get in that daggone water like that. I mean, they didn't have a choice, but you know, some people drank and they survived. All right, I think it was God. Look it up. Somebody look it up. The water was like super, super cold, and that just brings me to the point. Salt water can get colder than fresh water. I didn't know that when I was growing up as a kid, and then like it confused the hell out of me. Going to that exhibit was like, wait, it was below freezing. Why wasn't it frozen? All right, so I am drying the fillet because I know a lady that had a tattoo of a zebra on her when she was young, and now she's all right. Number one, I'm assuming it was in a cleavage chest part of the body, not anywhere else more intimate. But that is a freaking hilarious. Oh my god, that is a hilarious story. Oh, Danielle, you got me. That was perfect. All right. So now that I've dried the fillet, I'm going to put them in the bag, but I'm going to leave space for the air on on both sides of the fillets. And I actually have room for one more small fillet. And this is the top half of a porgy. Most of the fat's in the lower half, but that's what, you know. Oh no, this is a small vermilion. Never mind. Or grunt, one of the two. So I'm gonna go ahead and seal that up. Now, this machine has a setting for moist and dry, so I'm gonna leave it on moist. I know you like that word, moist. Let it go down. Ooh. Chihuahua. All right. And there is a vacuum sealed pretty fish. Only a whole bunch more to do. So who else has a tattoo that no longer looks like it once did? I got a few. I got a Michelle. You're not wrong, Joe. I mean, Mark P. I don't know why I said that. The water was 28 degrees. Jesus. Thank you for that, MC. That's insane, ain't it? Oof. I was thinking it was lower, but that's still below. Oof. That's crazy. Now I am sometimes I'll just put the same fish in the same bag so that I'm not mixing species. But I also like a little bit of variety. So I'll cook 3 fish or a couple of different fish the same way just to kind of experience what the difference is. And I don't know if you've been catching saltwater fish and keeping it cold and fresh water like the ice that you get from the gas station or whatever. Um, try, well, number one, if you're out on the water, you got all the salt water you need right there. Just use the ice to make it cold. And then two, you know, add salt when you're preserving it, trying to spread these out enough. But yeah, when you vacuum seal it, just make sure you leave room on either sides of it for the air. There we go. Michelle, what are we talking about? Mixing the species. What are we really talking about? Oh, the fish? Okay. Okay. Well, I just did. I don't mind mixing the species. Right, John SS? Don't knock it till you rock it. I'm kidding. That's terrible. That's absolutely horrible, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm going to hell. How many of you joining me? How many of you gonna be there with me? I don't want to be there. No, I didn't. I said sometimes I will mix them and sometimes I won't. Just depends on what I'm what I'm gonna do with it. Sometimes I have a plan, sometimes I don't. Just depends on what I grab. Recently, right here, I'm just grabbing a bunch of vermilion, so that's all that's going to be in this bag. Sometimes I send it to people, right? Sometimes people don't have the ability or just time to go get fish, and I like sharing the fruits of the labor. So you figure, all them hours getting ready, all the equipment, all the that's a bigger discussion about what does it really take to get a fish or get these fillets, right? So hours and hours of I'm gonna wait. Hours and hours of work. Hey, Mati, thanks. Aw. If I... Oh. Like, so I told you a little bit about the story about getting ready, going out, spending all day there, driving back. It's 3 hours each way to go to the coast for us. So being up, driving 3 hours, going 3 hours out on the boat, spending 17 hours on the day to get the fish, and then you've seen the process of really the first part of the process of cleaning the fish and then sealing the fish. And then let's say, oh, I don't know, like for Joe and for Alfred, I made fish dip, smoked fish dip from the fish that I caught. So smoked the fish that I had already done, gone out, gotten and sealed, smoked it, cleaned, smoked it, and then prepared it, and then sealed it and packaged it and sent it to Joe and Alfred. So when I do something like that for you, it's not because of anything else than I enjoy the opportunity to share something that I have put effort into, something that I have made, something that, frankly, wouldn't do for everybody. But it's just who I am. But that's how much effort and that's how much it takes for me to do this. And when I look at all these other YouTube folks, and everything that they're doing, I have an especially relatable experience. I have an especially relatable experience to what it means to prepare, to do, and then to produce something, a final product, and then deliver it to folks. Um, it's an unbelievable amount of preparation, trial and error and failure. And I don't know that everybody really appreciates that, but that's why I appreciate a lot of the folks that are on YouTube and have been on YouTube, and what they go through. And I'm only like y'all know me. I'm not me and Celeste are, and really Celeste is still focused on a lot of other, and she wanted to be there. But life takes precedent right now for us. When the boys are gone, I'm sure we'll be a lot more involved together on this. So I do this more because it's just fun for me. But for like full-time YouTubers, it's got to be it's just stressful. So where are you going with it? Are you branding it? Are you developing a brand? Or are you just doing it for fun? I'm doing it for fun, you know. Um, oh my God, Teresa. Yeah, I don't like bones. I take the bones out. That one didn't seal. So anyways, next time you're watching anybody that does YouTube, I mean, if it's anybody in our group, or just people that we've all known and been associated with, you know, at least give the appreciation that there's a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of personal. I think YouTube is very personal. I do. I think it's very personal, whether it's meant to be or not. I think it's very personal. Um, People are sharing with you. Be nice, but maybe they're not nice, and you can just walk away. But now I'm getting too much into the weeds with that kind of stuff. Being nice is not a prerequisite. But being nice should be given even if they're not nice to you. Did my chat stop or we just stop chatting? Whew. Only one. Let's get some more. Oops. Everybody went quiet. I'm sorry. I know I got serious. Let's talk about something more fun. uh, let's see. Actually, so this summer, talking about plans and trips and such, this summer, my middle son, the one that's graduating, Alex, you guys have seen him. He and I are going to go with the Sea Scouts to North Carolina, and we're going to do a Blackbeard experience. Well, what does that mean? Well, we're going to sail for 5 days on a sailing ship around the Outer Banks, and we're going to camp at different spots in North Carolina that Blackbeard, had his camps. So we're gonna do a Blackbeard experience, and I'll be going live and having all kinds of fun stories and check-ins and shorts and all that kind of fun stuff while we're out there. So um, that's the plan anyway. So that'll be fun. See if we can't catch a. Let's see. That'll be in I mean, July. What fish are in the year? We'll try to catch something. Probably just be some croaker or roundhead around. I wish, right? Like, oh, dude. I should, I should bring like a pirate hat. Oh man, I should totally bring a pirate hat and show up and be like, let's go raiding. And then, like, you know, they'll look at me. Well, probably the same. They always look at me, but they'll look at me and be like, who's this guy? Oh, that would be so much fun. Yeah, Andy, it's I hope it's like fun. We've been raising money, doing fundraising and such, to go to Seabase to do stuff like that. He actually just completed his Eagle project for Boy Scouts, so he will be an Eagle Scout. Proud of him, very proud of him, and not sure what the future holds for him right now. He's got a girlfriend, and I'm sorry that that came out with a sigh. But like every parent, you hope that your child goes out and explores the world and makes the mistakes and learn from them, and hopefully they're not terrible mistakes, and then they can settle down, go have fun. And like, people gave Celeste and me the same kind of speech, right? So she was I literally picked up Cha Cha on her 18th birthday. Like, but I mean, we knew of each other. We knew each other really since I was 12 and she was 10, from church. So our families aligned, the values aligned, the just it worked, and we, I was in the Navy, and she joined me up in Virginia for when I was stationed up there, and I would drive home when I was stationed in Jacksonville and stationed in Pensacola. I'd drive back to Augusta to see her, and it was just a great courtship. We did not live together before we were married, and I know that's controversial, but that's honestly, now older looking back, I think that it's the best way to honor a relationship and honor the other person in your relationship is to not cohabitate until you're married. It makes it special. It makes it, you have to, anyways, my opinion. And I just was, not saying he's not going to have a great life. And if she's the one, then God bless. I think it's awesome. I think it's very special to grow with somebody. But you just have to understand you're going to change. She's going to change. And that's that. He is he is no different than anybody else. We're all going to make mistakes. Oh crap! I screwed that up. Stop. There you go. So you don't have kids, but you help raise your sister's kids. So what's your experience in that relationship? Like, that's got to be tough. Like, you're not mom, but you're definitely, it takes a village, right? That's what they say. You lived next to Camp Boone. Oh yeah, dude. Dude, Camp Daniel Boone. I actually won a couple awards. I went there several years, and I won a couple awards for being the camp's best fisherman. And they actually, when I got older, asked me to give a class and a demonstration on how to be prepared to go to Boone to catch. Um, Man, that was so much fun. I actually would skip classes sometimes just to be fishing. I got in trouble, but I was fishing. Actually, one of the stories. So one of the merit badges, of course, is a fishing merit badge. And to get the merit badge, you have to catch different species of fish. Um, and there, they stock the rainbow trout, which is, everybody can catch a rainbow trout. But the brown trout or the brook trout that are native are not very, number one, they're not very common, but two, they're not usually typically all that big if you catch them. Well, I was lucky enough to catch a very, very good sized brown trout to qualify to catch or to get the merit badge. I think there was only like 3 kids that got it there at camp. And the damn thing jumped off the hook right at the bank. And there was no way in hell that I was not going to get the fishing merit badge. So I jumped after it, and the bank was on a very steep angle. And so as soon as he popped off, he just started flipping towards the water. And I yelled for help from my scoutmaster who was sitting on the bank next to me. And he just sat there and watched. And it was like, what do you want me to help with? And I was like, help me get the fish. And by that point, I was chasing the fish down the bank into the water. And he said it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen in real life. He said it was just like the Mickey Mouse cartoon, and the fish was flipping and I was diving in the water. I was soaked. But he said it was the funniest damn thing. I earned that merit badge, y'all. I'm just here to tell you. I earned that merit badge. It was fun. I think this porgy is going to fry up really, really nice. Okay, so my fault. I need to actually kind of explain a little bit of why I'm drying it. I don't want the water, I don't want any kind of water, residual water that's in the meat to affect when it freezes and then thaws. I don't want it to tear the meat and destroy it. So because if you have a lot of extra water in your meat and it freezes, water expands and becomes crystalline structure when it freezes, and then when it thaws, it's just like leaving a cavity and just destroying, ripping all that meat. And I'll put dates on all this. I actually owe a pack of fish to a buddy. It was his birthday, and I told him I'd bring him some fish. And then I went into the freezer, and the only thing that was left was Alex's grouper. And I was like, oh crap! I gave a buddy the last of the mahi that we had. But we haven't been able to fish very much. If you live on the water, it's. I don't know. So I'm actually going to go look at that. I didn't fill out my log from yesterday, but I keep track of my logs, and the GPS coordinates are in my machine, which syncs to my phone, which I look at the coordinates and the water temperature and everything else. I could, if I wasn't using my phone to stream, I could pull it out. But I do remember the water temperature was 69.8 at most places, which means the warmer water is coming up from the Beaufort and Hilton Head and Charleston area, which means that's why they were catching the mahi and the tuna and the wahoo down there by the southwest ledges, or sorry, by the trestle out of Port Royal in that area. What's today's date, y'all? 20? You know my mom. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, that means I got to mark all these 420 because that's when I caught them. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put 421. Man, I knew there was something, but dang, 420. So funny story about 420. I was a senior in high school. I have cousins out in Colorado and elsewhere, but Colorado specific to the story. Y'all remember Columbine on 420 way back in the day? Story goes, my cousins lived close enough they could skip school and get back, and often without being caught. Well, 420. What do you do as a senior in high school on 420? Yeah, they were skipping school when that whole thing at Columbine went down. So imagine skipping school as a senior, going home, getting high, and then all hell breaking loose, and your parents trying to find you, and you might be able to play it off as in shock. Just tell them you're in shock, right? That was a terrible day. That was. But and then all the like where we are, like there was a bunch of kids who would call themselves. No. Well, no, it just reminds me of it, Mark. I'm not saying it has anything to do with it. It just reminds me. They went home and they smoked up. If I wasn't clear about that part. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 packs of fish. Good job, y'all. I'm gonna go put that in the freezer and come back and say the farewells. That was fun. Appreciate y'all. I can actually I can show you dirty ass boat. I'm not going to. All right. 420 was the time a bunch of college kids in Cali would gather to smoke. Hell yeah, that's right. And the shipyard whistle, the shipyard horn in Portsmouth would blow at 420 every morning as well. Maybe shift change. But anywho, man, been a lot of fun, y'all. I appreciate the likes and appreciate the subs. And which way do we gotta go? Gotta go this way. There we go. I'm hurting. If you can't tell, I'm hurting. I did not use any sunblock. I look like a daggone raccoon. It was a fun day. I appreciate y'all and much love. I'm gonna do the Joe thing and it's just love. And he does one hand, I'll do two. But lots of fun. I look forward to the weekend. I look forward to the summer, and trying to Andy. I got to talk to some of the guys, but I want to have a little bit of a barbecue here, and hopefully we'll have some friends here, and kick back and talk about some stories. So that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate you sticking around. That's how I clean fish. That's why I do it the way I do it, and then I vacuum seal it and put it away. So appreciate y'all for joining. Much love. Hope you have a great weekend. What's left of it, and Andy, appreciate you, bud. And yes, Tia, let me know about Fiesta. Yeah, I wish we could be there. So, bye, y'all. Thanks so much.